It was a statement that said, we're not retrenching, we're not retreating. We're going to, in fact, reinvest and make the campus even better. And that's bold to me, I think. It's a statement about the future. It's risky, and it's absolutely beautiful.
I think it just speaks to the stature of the university, kind of as a signal of our excellence.
I think this building really represents who we are and the dynamics of our community, and I think it's also going to help us continue to recreate ourselves in those ways in the future.
You've got so many resources in one place, right at the center of campus, to help students figure out who they are, how they can make a difference, and really pursue the type of education that Gonzaga is known for.
I think it's a beautiful building. I remember walking in with Matt Lansma, and he was showing me around, and I was like, oh my goodness, I wish that I could experience this as a student, but now I get to experience it as an alum. It really shows the innovation that Gonzaga is pushing towards.
Students really make Gonzaga what it is. And I love being at schools that empower students, that are all about students. And so when the students get here, as much as this place is filled with things, the things will transform when the students get here, because the students are the transformative piece of Gonzaga.
The Hemmingson Center is truly an impressive building. And the students can be very proud that they now have a place to gather and to network and to flourish in relationships with other students. This facility is just truly impressive, and we can all be proud of it.
It makes you feel good, and it makes you feel that you're in a warm and hospitable place.
It's a beautiful space that lifts your spirit, the light everywhere, just kind of like Gothic cathedrals. It lifts you up, It's really a lovely spiritual space. So we're grateful. It finally came.
Some of the most transformational gifts that have been part of Gonzaga's recent past have come from individuals that haven't sat in the classroom. Yet they've experienced this place, whether it was from coming to know us initially through an event or just observing us for many decades. They came to identify what it is we do and the way in which we do it. And it has moved them to realize that this is a place that's deserving of their investment. And in some instances, their legacy, to carry forward their name. They want Gonzaga and their family to always be associated together.
There was no way that we could accomplish what had been accomplished without the dedicated commitment of so many people. And those people made those commitments because they believe in us, because they believe that the residential experience, that the literal opportunity of coming together as community is such a vital part of what it means to be at Gonzaga.
Here's this beautiful building, and it just supports and fosters and invests in what Gonzaga has been for so long. And that is that place that's really difficult to explain. But it's a place where if it touches you, if you allow it to touch you, you'll fall in love.
It's a very inspiring building, and I can just see from walking in, just for the first time seeing it completed, how this will really become a focal point for campus, really a gathering place. And a gathering place is a place where people really want to go to, and this truly will be one of them. And it's got such diversity. I think it's the best of who we are and who we can be. Architecturally, I think culinarily, we'll see lots of great things. This global engagement will be here. I just think it's the best of the best. This is maybe where, or if you could point to one thing now on campus to see a little bit of all of who we are, you point to the Hemmingson Center.
The reason this building exists is because over the last 126 years, there's been people that their aspiration has been to continue this university. If the McCarthy Center had not been built when it was, and it was a tough decision at the time, we probably wouldn't have this building today. If during the Father Spitzer years we wouldn't have continued to believe in Gonzaga and invest, we wouldn't have been able to survive the Great Recession as well as we did. And just to convince the people, convince our community that this is a place we must to continue to invest in and believe that we can not only survive, but Gonzaga can survive at a higher and higher level each and every year.
Seeing the families and students sitting in a space that is gracious, it's hospitable, it says we want you. It literally transforms the experience for people here.
There's room for everyone, alums, and I think it draws people into a tighter community, more of a family at Gonzaga.
It will just be so exciting to be able to walk here and just feel the joy and the enthusiasm and the love of Gonzaga. I think you're going to be able to really see that in a very visible way.
The Hemmingson is a physical place, opposite of abstraction. It's a physical place where that will, that drive to find our common humanity will become manifest. And it's in the interactions that take place in this place, the meanings that we make in this place, the students that we affect, that will change not only the students, it will change us, it will change our institution, and it will change our world.
When I stepped foot in the Hemmingson Center for the first time, even before all the furnishings and the furniture was all in there, bare bones, I already just, my heart started pounding because this is unlike anything we've ever had.
It's just going to be another step in educating our students, making them feel comfortable, making them feel wanted. And this is one of those special pieces where they can gather, get together, exchange ideas, and have a place to go as students in the coming years.
Dr. McCullough's vision is to expect the best. Expect the best for our students and of our students. Expect the best for our faculty and of our faculty. He has an immense ownership in seeing this institution be its best, not for the competitive or the comparative, but truly for the contributive. To see us be the best at what we can be, because then we're paying the gift forward, but we're also honoring the tradition.
When we were touring this building, he and I together, his reflection in every space was, this is how it will benefit the students. It's not, these are the types of fundraising activities that can happen here or things like that. He was completely focused on the students.
It gave me butterflies to see like all the offices and all the different like organizations and community involvement Gonzaga has, and it's just so amazing to see that the Hemmingson Center was built when we are becoming freshmen.
The Hemmingson Center will generate more learning by having more people around it, more areas for people to communicate, to hang out with, to discuss, to learn.
It's transformational. Watching the kids today when I walk through here for the first day of school, what an experience. It's everything that you would hope for and more.
It's incredible. The Hemmingson Center is going to change what it means to be a ZAG, and I'm very excited to see that happen throughout this year.
I have such immense gratitude for the Hemmingson Center because it is a game changer for bringing students to campus. There was a counselor that visited this summer from California, and she said, my students will give this a closer look now because there's a place for them to go.
Seeing Hemmingson come to life is like seeing our mission come to life. As you walk in the doors and stand in that atrium and you look at the offices that are surrounding you, and now the students and faculty and staff that are in those offices, it literally is GU's mission coming to life.
We were all just completely overwhelmed by what a presence this building has on campus and what significance I think it has for students, for faculty.
It is a place where not only students will gather and eat, but also faculty. This will become a center point in campus for really further development of the community as a whole.
This place really represents what Gonzaga is today, the nature of Gonzaga today.
You know, we didn't have anything like this. We used to sit around in the basement of the COG and have the, tuna melts at 2 a.m. There really wasn't anywhere else to go. But I think there's so many things that are going to be happening here and so many resources right here for the students that I think this will be the center of community for the students.
It really is a gift, and it will be for all of our alums, for every generation of students that come. It is an absolute game changer for this university.
We have a facility that is dramatically more capable of reflecting to the prospective student, to the current student, to our alumni, what it means to be at Gonzaga. Because we've brought together all of these really critical elements of that experience into one facility. And I'm excited about the impact that this is going to have on our students' experience. I'm excited to watch them take that building over and make it their own, and then reflect back to us, what more do we need to do, even with that facility, to really make it the kind of place that's going to support them in their learning and in their community.